Today, we're tackling a story that honestly has me a little speechless.
Oh, lay it on me.
It's about Diddy Combs.
Okay, P. Diddy, I see where this is going.
Yeah, and I mean, the guy's a legend, right?
Hip-hop icon, entrepreneur, you name it.
Exactly. But now he's facing some really serious accusations.
Party.
We're talking about misconduct, allegations connected to his parties, those legendary gatherings.
Okay, so those were known to be pretty wild.
That's putting it mildly, and the New York Post is, they're the ones really blowing the lid off this whole thing.
Yeah.
They're describing these parties as having a double life.
Double life, how so?
On the surface, it's all glitz and glamour, celebrities everywhere.
Yeah, the A-list, the whole 9 yards.
But behind closed doors, they're saying things got, well, dark.
Dark. Fill me in.
They're calling them freak-off sessions, and these allegations go way beyond just partying too hard.
I'm listening.
We're talking sex trafficking, racketeering, even transporting individuals for prostitution.
Whoa, okay. That takes things to a whole other level.
It's heavy stuff. And you know, when you hear the word racketeering, it makes you think.
Organized crime, like it's not just random incidents.
That's what's so disturbing about it. Like, this wasn't just a one-time thing, it was a pattern. A system, maybe.
And if these accusations are true, it could mean Diddy was the head of it all.
Exactly. And then there are allegations about coercion, you know, people being pressured into things they didn't want to do.
And there are whispers about minors, too, which is incredibly serious.
Incredibly. The New York Post even quotes a law enforcement source using some really strong language. They're talking about sickest, and they're calling Diddy a predator.
Okay, so this is not just gossip. There's an actual investigation going on.
Oh, yeah. And it's not just talk, either. Diddy was arrested back in September.
On what charges?
Multiple charges related to all of this. And get this, he was denied bail.
Denied bail.
Not once, but twice. The courts are taking this really seriously.
Twice? Wow, what does that tell us?
It means they see him as a potential flight risk, maybe even a danger to the community, possibly worried about witness intimidation.
So they're hitting him with everything they've got.
They even raided 2 of his homes and apparently took tons of explicit videos and other materials as evidence.
Evidence, huh? So this is gonna get messy.
You know, I always thought those parties were, I don't know, part of his image.
The ultimate sign of success.
Yeah, like a badge of honor.
The irony.
Right, and he used to brag about how intimidating they were.
Oh, I remember him saying people were scared to come. Like it was a good thing.
Yeah.
On one hand, you've got this larger-than-life persona, but then there's this dark undercurrent that's been lurking beneath the surface.
Exactly, and we've talked about the accusations and the fact that he's been denied bail twice. But to really understand the gravity of what's going on, we need to look at the actual legal charges he's facing.
Because those charges give us a much clearer picture of what authorities believe was happening.
Okay, so break it down for me.
Well, Diddy is facing 3 very specific counts. Racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution.
Okay, well, hold on a sec. We touched on racketeering before, but in this context, what does it actually mean?
Imagine a criminal enterprise, something like a mafia family running all these different illegal schemes.
Gotcha.
Racketeering is about going after the entire organization, not just the individuals.
So they're saying Diddy wasn't just throwing wild parties, he was actually running a criminal operation.
That's the implication.
And the indictment, it actually suggests that this went beyond just the parties.
Oh yeah, way beyond. It claims that from like 2008 to the present, Diddy's organization was involved in all sorts of illegal activities.
Wait, really? Like what kind of activities are we even talking about?
We're talking forced labor, transporting people across state lines for prostitution, coercion.
Oh, wait.
Even stuff like drug offenses, kidnapping, arson, bribery, obstruction of justice, you name it.
It's like a whole other world, a dark and twisted one. And to think, it all seems to stem back to these parties. The ones he used to brag about. Remember those raids?
Yeah, the ones where they seized all those videos.
Exactly. Those videos could be a game changer.
For the prosecution, absolutely.
Imagine all those private moments potentially caught on tape. It's almost like something out of a movie.
It really makes you think about how even our most private actions can have public consequences.
And just the thought of those videos potentially being used in court, that's going to be weighing heavily on Diddy.
Of course. And while the authorities are busy building their case, we can't forget that Diddy's maintaining his innocence.
Right.
His legal team is adamant that he's never assaulted anyone, that the truth will come out in court.
It's important to keep that in mind. But regardless of what happens, this case, it has the potential to really shake things up in the entertainment industry, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, if someone as famous and influential as Diddy is found guilty of these crimes, it could force some serious soul searching.
It would be huge.
He knew what was going on, and he didn't just turn a blind eye. He was into it.
A powerful narrative.
Totally. Think about it. How celebrities are viewed, how they behave, the power dynamics in Hollywood. It could all change.
It would send shockwaves for sure.
Yeah, and if Diddy is found guilty,
It'll send a clear message.
fame and fortune don't mean you're above the law.
No one gets a free pass.
It's a reminder that we're all responsible for our actions, no matter who we are.